Hey everyone! What's this? A video on Saturday? Well, that's because it's a announcement video, not a battle video. I'm officially announcing Tank Tussle Season 2. Here are the rules. I'm not going to go over every individual thing because, well, you should be reading those yourself, and that would take way too damn long. I do want to touch on a few specific things, though. I want to make it clear. Right here, these three. Tank-like, excessive cheese, and my discretion. I am going to be much less lenient about this than I have been in the past, because we have reached a point in the size of the tournament where I am getting a lot of entries. Okay, and while that's great, I love that. I want everybody to participate who can. Like, it's not that I don't want so many number of people to participate. I want every vehicle that deserves to be featured in a video to be in a video. The issue is that I've been pretty lenient about that in the past, and sometimes I let some things get through that are really not all that fun to watch. They get absolutely destroyed and stomped, and just it's brutal, and it's not fun to watch. Or I might be like, it's kind of an edge case, I'll be nice and let you in, you know, on the cheesiness factor. Not anymore. Like, if my gut reaction is I don't like this ship, I'm going to reject it. Okay? If you have to ask yourself, am I pushing this too far? Chances are you are, and you will get rejected if you submit it. Okay, so fair warning to everybody, I am going to be far more strict about this than I have been in the past. Yeah, then the battle format, I added some, like, I outlined what is considered to be an elimination. Like, rather than specifically waiting for something to despawn, I have a couple of situations that'll end the battle early in basically a technical knockout. And it's just more or less it boils down to if you cannot win, the match ends. All right, they're outlined more specifically in the actual post, but I will let you guys read that yourselves if you want the details on that. The tournament format's going to be the same. Like, it's going to have a list of vehicles, and the vehicles are going to travel down the list fighting each other, just like in the Battleship Brawl. However, instead of it being you get to 5 wins or 3 losses and then you retire, it's just you fight 5 battles and then you retire. Period. Doesn't matter how many you win or lose, except for one thing. If you do manage to get in, despite me being more strict with those the tank-like cheese and discretion rules, and you go 0-3, you may be retired from the tournament at the point of being 0-3. Now, this is not a 100% hard set-in-stone rule. I will evaluate on a case-by-case basis with each vehicle. And say your vehicle is pretty good, but it goes up against the 3 best vehicles in the tournament. I might go ahead and let you continue on and do your 4th and 5th battle. Or maybe your vehicle is actually really fun to watch, and it may have lost 3 times, but all 3 of those battles were really close and fun battles. Then I might go ahead and let you continue, even though there's no way you're going to make it into the grand finals with a 3-loss record. So I will evaluate that on a case-by-case basis, but in general, if you go 0-3, you're done. Right, Hall of Beauty will still be a thing. It'll be the same as always. If you have 5 yes votes, that yes, this is a good-looking vehicle, and 5 no votes, no, this is a bad-looking vehicle, you will have a 50% Hall of Beauty rating. Then that is used, that plus your vehicle's performance is used to determine your grand finals rating. You lose 10% for every loss you suffer. And I mean match loss, not round loss. So if your vehicle goes 4-1, your Hall of Beauty rating is decreased by 10%. Okay? However, on the flip side, if you kill an enemy, you get 2.5%. And you get that 2.5% for killing an enemy whether or not you end up winning the match. So let's say round 1, you get a lucky strike in that detonates their turret, and the vehicle despawns. And then round 2 and 3 you lose, so you end up losing the match. But you will still get the 2.5% for killing your opponent in round 1. Basically, if you win a match for any reason other than time ran out, you will get credit for a kill. And then at the end, once everybody's done their 5 battles, the grand finals will be seeded as the top 16 by GFR. They will be seeded into the tournament in a single elimination bracketed tournament, and then whoever wins that is the grand champion. The last thing I want to talk about are the submission guidelines, and submitting of vehicles themselves. There's some not fun stuff in here, unfortunately. I hate to be this guy, but I'm going to be using a chance system. You will get 3 chances. If you submit your vehicle and I reject it, you lose a chance. If I reject it for a blatantly obvious thing, you lose 2 chances. And an example I give here is you're building a particle accelerator cannon on a vehicle in a tournament that only allows, the weapons that this tournament allows, advanced cannons and small missiles. That's really blatant. That means you didn't read the rules hardly at all, and you will lose 2 chances for something like that. If you run out of chances, you're done. I'm just not going to let you be in the tournament. It's not like a lifetime ban from all tournaments, but from this tournament you are barred from entry. The reason for this is it takes a lot of time and effort on my part to, approve all of these entries and go through all of this stuff and set everything up. This is not, something I can just casually do, with zero thought and effort. And there were way too many rule breaks and disqualifications in Battleship Brawl Season 4. I caught a lot of things in the approval process, but I also missed a lot of things. Some of them really blatant, and I don't know how I did it, but I did. So I need you guys to help me and help yourselves by making sure your your tank, in this case, is good before you send it in. Alright? Because if I reject it, we've just wasted each other's time. If it gets disqualified later on, we've wasted each other's time. Let's avoid that. Just make sure it's good, and everything will be fine. And that's why the chance system is there, why you get 3 chances, because I don't want to just completely, punt someone to the moon because they made one mistake. If you make an oopsie, it happens. We're all human, right? But if you make 3 oopsies, well, now you're just wasting my time and you can get out. I hate to be that guy, but it's just, it has to be done for my own sanity. I apologize, but, it is what it is. So, make sure you read the rules thoroughly. Make sure you've got everything in there, in your head while you're building. And then, go through your vehicle before you submit it, and make sure, hey, this thing is legal. And the last thing is, on that same note of the time and effort thing, since I'm doing this, don't send me messages specifically asking if your vehicle is legal or not. For things like, is this too cheesy, or does this account as excessive clipping, yada yada yada. If something is for purely aesthetic reasons and it gives you little to no mechanical benefit, it will be fine. Even if it's clipping. Okay? But you can't push it too far. And I am not going to answer whether you have pushed it too far in, a private message or an email or anything like that. Don't send me pictures of your vehicle and ask if this looks good. Because most of the time, I can't tell from the picture anyway. Like, I have to be able to get in there and look at the blocks. Which means you need to submit it. Okay? I will not be making any calls on whether or not a vehicle is legal unless you have officially submitted it for consideration to the tournament. So don't send me messages like that, because I'm not going to answer them. Okay? Other than that, the last thing is March 1st. That's the due date, 3 p.m. at March 1st. That's a Friday. I will hopefully be able to use that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to finish all of the entries, get the list created, and then we will have our first video that following Monday. We'll see how that goes, though. I'm not making any promises. That's what I plan. We'll see if the plan, you know, survives. You can send them to me through a Discord PM, and I've got my Discord handle and a link to my Discord server right here. Or you can email them to me. These are the only two ways I'll accept entries, because it keeps them centralized and organized for the most part, so that I can keep track of things better. That will let me make sure that I screw up no more than usual. Because if it's scattered about with different Dropbox links, and okay, this guy sent it to me this way, and you know, then I'm trying to find things if an issue arises, and it's a pain in the butt. So just either email or Discord. That's it. If you can't do either of those two, sorry. Other than that, that's basically it. I say other than that too much, but whatever. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your construction, and I'll see you on the battlefield.